Okay guys, so thanks for coming into class. Just want y'all to take a second, push back your chairs, stand up just for 1 minute. Okay, now I want you to shake it off. Shake off all the stress from the day. And now we're going to get ready and we're going to practice beefing up our sentences. Y'all ready to do it? Beefing up our sentences. Okay, y'all can sit back down just a minute. I wanted y'all to get warmed up because we're going to have a little bit of action going on today in class. Okay, so first, we're going to get a little bit deep. We're going to read a poem. Okay, so this is a poem by Emily Dickinson, and I just want you all to pay attention to the language and what you feel while I'm reading it. Okay, so it's called Because I Could Not Stop for Death. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisures too for his civility. We passed the school where children strove at recess in the ring. We passed the fields of gazing grain. We passed the setting sun. Or rather, he passed us. The dews drew quivering of chill. For only gossamer, my gown, my tippet only tool. We passed before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice and the ground. Since then, to centuries, and yet, though shorter than a day, I first surmised the horses' heads were toward eternity. Okay. Now, like I said, I wanted y'all to think through the language. What do y'all think makes this poem so powerful? Did any specific line stand out to anyone, or any specific word?
It describes death as a person.
That's great. That's perfect. Anybody else? Go for it.
She kind of used something, I think it's juxtaposition, where she was saying, because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Or we passed the setting sun, or rather he passed us. So she kind of flips the sentences around.
That's great. Those are all great points, and y'all are thinking of really broad concepts. So now I want to pull it in and focus just a little bit more, and I want you to pay attention to the actual words that are used here. Think about whenever she describes in the second stanza how they drove. How did they drive? What's the word right before that? Slowly, right. So it gives you a visual of, they're not like speeding through life. They're like slowly kind of droning on a little bit. With that, like I said, we're going to beef up our sentences. And I'm going to do a little bit of review of what we did last week. Do you remember whenever we did adjectives last week? And we learned that adjectives describe people and things. So I'm going to give y'all just a little review sentence. So, obviously this does not describe me, but I want y'all to, I'm going to break down one of these sentences for you. So, subject, I. Verb, stood. Wait. Adverb, tall. We're going to do little squigglies. Excuse me. Adjective, tall. We're going to do little squigglies for that. So, we're describing the teacher here. Okay, another example would be like an age or something, like a 6-year-old boy. So what we're going to learn today are adverbs. Adverbs describe verbs, clauses, and other adverbs. So I'm going to write just another little sentence for y'all to see. Does someone want to break down this sentence for me? Go for it.
He is the subject.
Okay.
Entered is the verb.
Okay.
Slowly is adverb.
Good, slowly. Okay, now we're going to do one more. Can I have someone else break this down for me? Alexis, go for it.
Sarah is the subject. Quietly is the adverb,
Perfect.
and shut is the verb.
Awesome. Okay, what's something that we see in common with these adverbs?
They come before the verb.
Great, so they modify is our term, they modify the verb. What's something else, maybe with the specific words?
They have ly in.
Awesome. So this is a big indicator for us that usually adverbs have an ly on the end. So I'm going to give you all a little activity to do now. And first I'm going to hand out some sheets. These just have a list of adverbs for you, just that you can have options of where to pull the words. Okay. So our activity today is I'm going to put y'all are going to get into partners. And I'm going to give you scripts. So each person gets their own script. Then you're going to go through the script and you're going to pull out lines and write adjectives on the side of them. Do you remember when we did like stage movement and we talked about how you have to have little parentheses on the side so that the actors know what to do and how to act? So we're going to go through that. And first I'm going to give you just a little example. So this is a more sports-related script. So the first line is, well, Costello, I'm going to New York with you. Bucky Harris, the Yankees manager, gave me a job as coach for as long as you're on the team. So I wrote out to the side, powerfully, because you wanted to say it really powerfully. Okay, then the next line is, look, Abbott, if you're the coach, you must know all the players. And this is that kind of like reluctantly. That's what I wrote on the side. Both of these words came from the list that you have. So if y'all want to separate into partners, I'm going to give y'all this script. And go ahead and start working on pulling out a few lines. So, let's start with the second page. Right there. So why'd y'all choose sternly here? Just curious, walk me through your thought process a little bit.
Because he was like scared that he wasn't going to find her. It's kind of the way that she just left.
Okay, awesome.
Or shakily. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee or shaky. Either one. What's this one? Defiantly. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to let y'all pick out maybe 2 more lines or so, and then look up at me whenever you're done. come up and show us how you beefed up your scripts and act out. I want y'all to trade, and I want someone to act out the lines based off of the adverbs. Can I have a volunteer? Come on up.
So I guess I'll start off with Sarah. Oh, Paul, I'm here, over here. Sarah, we've been looking all over for you. What are you doing out here anyway? I was called out here, Paul. What? And I'm gonna skip down to the other one. You heard your own voice?
That's good. That's great. Can you read out the words that you described?
Yeah, so for the O, Paul, I'm here, over here. I'm supposed to do excitedly. And then I'm supposed to do sternly. For Sarah, I've been looking all over for you. What are you doing out here? Anyway, and for what in disbelief, I'm supposed to be shaking, or shakily. And then you heard your own voice was supposed to be suspiciously.
That's awesome. Thank you. Give her a round of applause. Okay, so for the rest of the period, we're going to alternate with groups coming up and performing the skits based off of the adverbs. And then right after that, then we're going to work on beefing up our sentences a little bit more, and we're going to redraft some of the papers that we wrote earlier this week. That's it.